Hi, there's something I wanted to talk about. That is losing trades. I'm on a losing streak. And I wanted to talk about it. And I want you to learn, not only hope that you are already from your own mistakes, but I want you to learn from something that I'm going through right now, right? So I'm on a losing streak. And I'm being very honest with you guys. I'm on a 5 trades losing streak, which is quite a lot for me when I know that my win ratio is about 80%. So losing 5 trades in a row, I don't know the math behind it, but it's quite a lot. So every time I sit down on Sunday before the trading week starts, when I'm relaxed, when I'm happy to look at the markets, and when I'm kind of ready to go, ready to start the week, and I'm ready to execute, I always put it in writing, not only for myself, but for you guys as well, what I'm expecting. And my expectation this week wasn't good in terms of I didn't even want to engage the market on Monday and Tuesday because I knew that the price action will be shit, basically, right? And I knew that FOMC is coming this Wednesday, but I still executed. And I want to talk about it. So if you can relate to this, don't hesitate to leave this video a like. I would very much appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more about my trading journey. And majority of the stuff happens on Discord, so don't hesitate and pass by. A lot of good stuff happens in the community, so I very much hope that if you pass by, you're gonna be able to enjoy it. If you don't, just let me know. I'm happy to hear it as well. But yeah, so I'm on a losing streak and I'm feeling disturbed and I'm feeling down and I'm feeling like that not because I'm losing those trades, but I'm not trusting the strategy that I have developed in the last 3 years. But what I want to share with you guys is not my emotions, not what I'm going through. I want to share about the exit plan that I have. And I'm doing this video not only because I want to share it, because I want to be very honest with you guys, because you're giving your trust to me in a way by following me and my journey. And I think you have to know everything, every up and every down. I actually talk more about the downs because I very much hope that you can learn from that a lot more than from me just winning trades, right? So I want to talk about the exit plan that you always have to have if you're actually looking to be a long-term trader, in terms of not opening long-term positions, no pun intended, but in terms of staying healthy emotionally, staying in check emotionally, and staying in the markets and performing in the markets that can be very much against you, let's say, which they are right now, and they've been the last 6 months. But last 6 months, by the end of the day, I'm profitable. But I'm profitable, I think, and I really believe in that because I have an exit plan. So let's talk about it. Let's start with the fact that if you don't have an exit plan in terms of daily exit plan, weekly exit plan, just an exit plan in terms of what you're doing in front of a chart. Take, for example, Bitcoin, right? An exit plan could sound like 3 bullet points. I'm going to exit a position in Bitcoin if it goes to 200K. I'm going to exit a position in Bitcoin if time approaches of 2015 quarter 2, 2025 quarter 2, for example. And I'm going to exit Bitcoin if a break of structure happens at 45K, for example, right? This is an exit plan. What you have to do when you have an exit plan, you have to execute it. That's a different story. But in my opinion, if you don't know what you're looking at, whether it is a drawn liquidity, whether it is an imbalance in price, whether it is something that you want the price to go towards to or to in general, please at least know what you're risking. And I have a small list I want to share with you. So in terms of what I do, and the end of the list is quite sad for me, but I'm still gonna execute it because I have to. Otherwise, my strategy doesn't work. Otherwise, maybe not my strategy doesn't work. If I don't execute this list, I'm risking drawdown or losses that I'm not ready to face emotionally, right? So first thing first is you have to know how many trades are you willing to open per day. For example, me, I don't trade more than 3 positions a day. Very simple. I sometimes play around with it. I don't open more than 3 positions in forex. Then I can allow myself to trade indices, for example. But usually it's no more than 3 trades per day. And I don't allow myself to lose more than 2 trades per day. Right? Not per session, it's per day. So for example, if I lost 2 trades in London, which I'm able to trade because in Lithuania and in Thailand, where I am right now, we wake up quite early, right? If I lose 2 trades before the markets open up on indices or on Nasdaq and S&P, I'm not allowed to trade. But I also have to know what are my expectations as well. I have to know when not to trade. So how many trades do you open or lose per day? I do 2, right? And I'm allowed to open 3 positions a day. I'm allowed to lose 2 positions, no more than that. And what I have to know before coming into the market, which is rule number 2, is what are my expectations. I just analyzed one of ICT videos that talks about internal liquidity, external liquidity, daily bias. So you have to come into the market with an expectation. You can't be reactive to price. You have to know what are you expecting in terms of what the price is gonna give you. And then you're gonna be able to execute if you know what are you expecting. Because if you're gonna react to price, you're never gonna not learn, you're never gonna be able to gather data on your executions in a way. Because reactive executions is not something that you can evaluate afterwards, right? So one of the expectations is what I'm looking at. Am I looking for a draw on liquidity to the upside? Am I looking at an imbalance below the market price? What is my expectation, right? The third rule that I have answers a question, which is, so when do I trade, right? And I trade certain sessions. Why? Because I know that statistically the markets are going to be more volatile than not, which allows me to execute, which allows a draw on liquidity to happen, which allows a power 3 to pan out, right? Fourth thing, very important and should definitely go into your notes, is how much are you risking? Whether it is a percentage of the balance, whether it is a fixed dollar amount, you have to know how much you're risking. Why does it help? Because then you're not entering stupid positions that you shouldn't be entering. Right? If your risk is $250, you right away know that you shouldn't open a position that will have a stop loss of $1,000, right? And then last but not least, which is fifth, is knowing what are you going to do after you lose the first position. For example, me, I lower my volume by 50%. So usually on S&P 500, I open 2 contracts, sometimes 4 contracts per position. If I opened the first position, which was 4 contracts, and I lost, I'm going into 2 contracts right away. And I'm working with a lower risk. Why? Because I lost one of the positions, and I am not allowed to risk anymore, right? So, one more time, right? March itself, I'm still at 3.5%. I'm on a losing streak of 5 trades in a row. But I'm still profitable, and I'm profitable because I'm following a certain set of rules, which is all about the risk management. Yes, there's nothing holding you from not pressing a button, but having a set of rules at least helps you to evaluate if you made a mistake, if you should consider changing your strategy, or if your strategy even works, and yada yada, right? But in my opinion, what you have to do and what is the main thing is you have to preserve capital, right? So even though I'm on a 3 days losing streak, I'm still a small bit, but still in a profit. on the trading account, and I'm literally sharing this because I want to share, because I want you guys to know I'm not here to take 15 accounts and play around and just get lucky in a way, right? I really want to show you how trading really works, because I've shown you on stream as well. I can run up an account. It's not a problem. But can you take the risk of running up the account itself? I can have 2,000, 3,000, or let's put it in percentages. I can have 4%, 6% days. But can I have 6% losing days? Can you? I can't. So I literally have a set of rules that don't allow me to play with that. And very honestly, I still have time. So my goal is to get the account funded in 30 days. And this is my story in a way, right? We started very nicely off. We were at 2.5%, and then we just lost that 2.5% in a way, right? And I even posted on Discord right here that I'm on a 5 losing trade streak, which brought me back into 3.5% for the whole March in terms of my overall trading. Because here on the left hand side, Apex versus my whole history is a bit different, because I trade forex also. And on Apex, I don't do that. So forex trading kind of pushes me through this month, let's say. But very, very honestly, guys, put it to your notes and think about it. How many trades are you willing to lose in a row per day? Have an expectation coming into the market. Have an expectation on where the market is going. So you don't react to what the market is giving, but you act on what you're already expecting, right? Have a very certain time of when are you looking to trade? How much are you willing to risk in terms of percentage or direct balance? Fixed amount of dollars, right? And think about, before you execute, what are you going to do after you lose the first trade? Maybe you're going to go for a walk. Maybe you're going to open another position right away, right? But think about it. It will make your life easier. And a lot of people, ICT and me including, talks about this as well. But you have to realize the fact that we can talk and talk about it. We can journal and journal about it. We can write those rules. I can tattoo a rule. It doesn't matter. I can tattoo it right here. It won't change anything, because the fact of me being able to press a button is a difference of what, 2 seconds, right? I don't even have to stop this video and I can open a position right away. But in my opinion, your main goal while it's trading is not to profit, not to have a very nice risk to reward, not to have a very nice hit ratio, win ratio, but your main job is to preserve capital. And if you're able to preserve capital, you're able to be a profitable trader in general. Because emotional streaks and stuff like I'm going through right now comes and goes every time. But a good, profitable trader is a person that is going to make through it, that is going to stay in the market, whatever happens behind the scenes in his head back home in family, because he's going to be able to preserve capital. And he's going to be able to be on top of his risk management, right? So I wish you that. I wish you that you are going to grow into an awesome risk manager, that your capital preservation abilities are going to grow like something that you can level up in RuneScape or whatever, right? But I really wish you guys luck. I wanted to let this go off my chest in a way. Still gonna stick with you and gonna update you on my journey, but I really think that me being honest with you is something that you can learn from. And all I'm here for is just to know that somebody learns from this, right? So I hope that you guys stay safe. I hope that you guys preserve your capital, do good risk management, and you guys stick to your rules. So give this a thumbs up. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye.